I'm going to give you one of the dark secrets of this world. What do you mean by dark? Is dark bad? Is applying anything dark things in this world is actually bad? So even if you are a good person, if you don't want to use any of these things, still the people around you use it to manipulate and deceive you at the same time, either consciously or unconsciously. So harnessing dark side, is it bad or good? It's debatable. But once, if you watch any movies, you see that in the movies heroes are most probably alone, and the bad people, the villains, they come at groups, like at 10 or 20 people at a group. They come to attack you. Now what you see is that heroes are the kind of people who are actually very bad, or in fact they are worse than the bad people itself, but they learn how to control it. So that is the only way to defeat the evil people, the villains of the dark side of the world. In order to defeat the darkness, you have to harness the dark sides. So what I'm going to share you is not something of that of a rocket science. It's simple, but what one said is actually simple, but once you start to practice and apply it, things start to get complicated. It's actually a bit more difficult. But these kind of things are actually used by the politicians or any business people or movie stars or anyone who has achieved or did anything in the society. So once if you are doing anything with a large number of people, or once you're doing anything in the society, you need to be able to use it. So what is this? You have to make people depend on you no matter what. What I meant by is that you have to make people depend on you. You have to make other people convince you that you are the man, you are the hero. Without you, nothing is possible. So that people will start to rely on you and position you in a centralized figure, so that your decisions becomes the decision. So in order for you to make a decision, in order for you to become that man, you have to become that man. You have to harness all these sides. For this, what said is easy, but in order for you to become that man, you have to actually undergo through lots of traumas and experience and stories. So a couple of years ago, I was younger, not as much as wise as now. So I was doing a business, a multi-million dollar illegal business. So once I started to accumulate a lots of wealth, once I started to have lots of people around me, I started to think so much of spiritual stuff. So it's not about that. So once what happened is that because I was kind-hearted, because I was not as wise as now, I started to make people around me become like me, to make people independent like me. So now I understood that that was not actually a good idea. I could have easily then, what I'm going to say is that you cannot make people independent like you. These things has to be there. Some people are born to do low level wages. You see, any politicians or anyone who has achieved anything, any wealth, once you are in the inner circle, you will realize that it's not a rocket science. It's organizing a certain group of things, arranging people in certain areas and making them do a certain kind of things. Once you see those things, it's easy. So what mistake I did was that I let people inside me, and they saw that it's actually easy. I could do better than you. You understood? Once they start to think like that, once they start to be in your inner circle, they also know your secrets, the business secrets, the other secrets, and they will use it against you. So you have to make people depend on you no matter what. You have to make people convince you that without you, nothing is possible. It's not actually a dark secret, it's kind of a secret which everyone is actually doing, either consciously or unconsciously. So you have to make people rely upon you. In anything, a family, relationship, business, politics, movies, anything. If you're going to do anything worthwhile, you have to make people depend on you and have a large followers. So this is one of the dark secrets.